Hello everyone. I am extremely happy with the results and the number of calls and emails that we've been receiving on these new programs, leasing, real estate leasing with option to purchase. Times are uncertain, and most of the common questions are, what do I do with my money? Should I leave it in the bank making 1 or 2%? Are the banks really safe under the present weakness of the financial system? Or is that we were living in a global crisis that makes every territory and every decision on the financial area dangerous? Well, at this moment, we have a lot of questions and a lot of objectives that have not been satisfied. Which are our basic objectives when making an investment? Let's say a real estate or any financial investment. We're looking, number one, safety. Number two, we're looking obviously for a positive cash flow. We need protection of our equity and a decent return. This return normally is going to be associated with the amount of risk involved in the transaction. How much risk we're willing to take, that's going to be the profit or the amount of return that we potentially will make. The reality is that since we experienced the subprime crisis back in 2008 and the meltdown of the financial system at the end of 2008 and 2009, the huge government efforts, including but not limited to all the bailout money, the banks are not lending. And this is not a critique, but just a simple description of the reality. It's very difficult to qualify, and the banks are not lending. This presents a fantastic opportunity for those that identify how to buy selected properties, selected real estate properties at good prices, below or in the bottom of the market. And instead of renting these properties, we propose you to identify which these properties are and then look for potential buyers that cannot qualify at this moment, but they are willing and able to pay you a very decent return. And then you lease them the property with an option to purchase. This is a win-win situation. We're going to have two parties. The investor, which is you are known as a leaseor, you're going to obtain better returns, much better returns than if you rent. You already have a commitment at a predetermined price. The cash flow on the property, if it is owned free and clear, it's fantastic. A portion of the maintenance and repairs will go to the lessee, which is the tenant that is acquiring the property from you. There is a chance that you can negotiate an initial fee that is going to go between 1 and 5% of the predetermined price. If the option to purchase is executed, the lessor, which means you, win. If the option is not executed, the lessor, which is you, also win, because you're going to be making all the profit of the monthly rents. The buyer, which is the lessee, can arrange a purchase price with a minimum cash outlay, which at this moment, that's what most of the market is demanding. However, the banks are not ready to come up with a program that allows them to get into those homes. The conditions to qualify, although everybody needs to be scrutinized, are not going to be as strong as they are in a bank loan. The lessee, on the other hand, which is, the tenant, has the time to prepare to obtain the best financing possible in the long term. And that way, he's going to be able to qualify. Finally, the lessee is going to take care of this home as if it is theirs, and you are also protected. Let me show you an example. Let's say that we buy a home that at this moment we can get it for a purchase price of $84,000. This home 2 years ago was being offered in the market at $250,000. That means that the potential rent of that market is significantly higher than the price that you are paying for which is $84,000. You're going to have some transaction fees of approximately $5,200. Then your total investment is going to be $89,250. You have annual escrows, which are the taxes, the homeowners association, and in some cases insurance, that are going to be around $6,000. The monthly escrows, when you divide this by 12, is going to be $559 a month. Then we calculate a lease payment, which has to be competitive with the potential rents at this moment for the same type of property, which is going to be $1,200, $1,272 in this case. And the market rent for the same property is $1,200. We're going to have a contract that is going to assume that within 2 years or 24 months, this new tenant or this new leasee is going to buy the home. So the term of the lease is 2 years. The end of the lease price, which is a price that we negotiate based on a potential appreciation, is going to be $97,900. This will give you a monthly return. Well, it's not a monthly, it's an annual return of 9.6% based on the return of the rent. But it's going to have an internal rate of return annualized of 13%. My dear friend, if you are considered to buy a property as an investment because the prices are at record low, before you make a move, call us. Let's help you identify the ideal property, defined by the market value and leasing potential, not necessarily by your taste, but all the factors need to be taken into consideration. We will help you to select and evaluate the best properties that are suitable for this fantastic money-making opportunity where your equity is going to be protected and your investment is going to be completely collateralized. Think before making the move. This is a combination of financing and wise real estate know-how. Call us or email us at the information that you have at the bottom of the screen at your earliest convenience with any questions, and we'll get back to you with accurate answers to help you make the best decision. I am Tulio Rodriguez. Thank you for listening and see you next time.